I want to catch you guys up on some TikTok tea. So this isn't going to be about like the white lady that ate a piece of her fermented rib meat, or the white guy who like I think he also I don't know what happened. Basically, he was like having his friends eat some of the meat from. There's a lot of like cannibalization that's happening over there. There was also like some pasta, like dishwasher pasta, that this other white lady was doing. I don't know. This isn't that though. This drama makes a lot more sense, but I do still think that we need to talk about it because I think the reality of it is a thing that a lot of people live in today outside of cannibalism. So I'm not going to show her face, and also she got rid of the initial video, so I'm not going to, clearly this lady is struggling enough. I'm going to leave it at that. So there's this lady who got online and she was talking about how that she shared a text conversation that she had with her husband, and she asked her husband for 2 Coach bags as a wedding present, right? And he essentially said, I'll only do that if you, mind you, she's a smaller creator. She has, at that time, I think it was somewhere between like 3,000 to maybe 4,000 followers. So he said that she needed 50,000 likes. She needed Coach to like the comment, to like comment on it. She needed to double her following, and she needed to, there's this very large creator named Clark, and he needed Clark to comment on the video. And I think there was like one other ridiculous thing. Now, mind you, Clark is a very large creator. She probably gets tagged in a bunch of things per day. And even outside of that, this is a wild list, right? A wild list for a wedding present. So what happens is that a bunch of people tag Clark in this video, and Clark eventually sees it, and she's just like, girl, don't worry about it. I just bought you the 2 purses. I'll deliver them to you. Like, why is this man asking you to basically climb Mount Kilimanjaro for 2 purses? That's a little weird, but don't worry, sis, I got you. For those of you who are unfamiliar, this is Clark. This is the video where she's just like, I'll just buy you the purses. And like everybody is loving this. True girl energy. This is the video that's like, look at this, walking 14 miles to steal your girl today. 2 Coach bags, and she did it in the cutest outfit. Now, just to wrap up this story, this lady sees all of the traction that is being had about her bringing things to the internet, and she of course comes on to defend her man, saying, oh no, you guys have it all wrong. He's the best man and he takes care of me, and and he's not even online, so he wouldn't really understand how that like 50,000 likes is a lot of likes. Is $50,000 a lot of dollars? Also, how does he not know who an incredibly like this, you have to be online to know who Clark is, but he's not online enough to know that 50,000 likes is a lot of likes? Something's not adding up, but that's not my man, that's not my problem. Now, I want to talk a little bit about the subtext behind all of this. Before we do that, hi, my name is Shayna. I'm a journalist. I talk a lot about decentering men and child-free living on this page. If any of that sounds like a vibe, please like, share, and subscribe. If you would like to start your freelance writing journey, so that way you too can travel the world on somebody else's dime, so that way you can talk about the things that you feel are important, especially in what's going on in the world today. There's a lot going on in the world today. If you want to be able to do any of that and also get paid, please hop onto my masterclass. Links will be included. If you want to book a one-on-one call with me for whatever, ways to do that are also in the description. If you want to join my Patreon page where I'm talking about virgins, it is a crazy TLC show that I think is really just the beginnings of incel propaganda really being shoved into the face of, I can't even say just the United States. I think it's everybody. I'm probably going to be doing a lot more about reality TV over there. So if you want to join that party, also link is in the description. But now let's talk about more of this drama. First, we're going to talk about the men, and then we're going to finish off with the women. Now, the fiance wife lady who that brought all this to the internet, she mentioned that he is like getting his doctorate and he has so much money and he takes care of her. But meanwhile, she's out here like basically, I don't know, becoming every ringling brother in existence to try and get 2 purses. If a man has the money, has the means, and is choosing to not be generous with you, and is choosing to instead have you go online and basically do some level of pleading and pandering for a wedding gift, I don't want to listen. They're happily engaged or whatever, but like this is a conversation for what was that? So that was a test of the emergency siren system just going off for no reason. Clearly, I'm back in the United States for a brief period of time. I'm moving to Thailand so soon. Couldn't be sooner. But anyway, let's get back to the drama, because when it comes, let's take this lady as an example, right? This situation as an example for those of us that are not in this situation. If a man is going to show you that he has, like, there's a lot of men out there that like to flaunt how much money they have, but then refuse to share it with you. At that point, why are you flaunting it? At that point, what does it matter to your life whether he does or does not have money? If you still have to go online and beg for 50,000 likes so that way you could get a purse or two. And now let's get to the real meat and potatoes of this. Because when I say, and I've said it, I don't know if I've said it recently, but I've said it in a number of videos, my caliber for dating is so high, largely because of the friends and the company that I keep. My friends treat me so well, and I treat my friends so well, that why would I accept less from a man? And Clark doesn't even know this lady. She just says, oh, this is a lady on the internet in need, and a man is putting her in a position where she has to basically beg for my attention. Sis, don't even worry about it. I got you. If a stranger, a woman who don't know you from, I don't know, I can't say a can of paint, because she'd be like, one of these two is a person. But she don't know you. She just has the means, which supposedly your man also has. But she says, you know what? Don't worry about it. You don't need to share this. You don't need to put yourself out there like this. I'm going to look super cute. I'm going to dress up. I'm going to give this to you, whether she's going to ship it or hand deliver it. I mean, she did say she's walking 14 miles to go and steal your girl, which, like, if a stranger could do that, and then the person that you're supposed to be pledging your life to doesn't. And then she decided to get online and have people understand that he's such a good man. Mind you, we have not seen this man stand up for himself once. He has never come to share his piece. He's just like, you know what, I may have put her in this position, but she can dig herself out of it. We don't know this man. And he wants to keep it that way. His future wife can get dragged through the mud. That's not his problem. Arguably, he's the one that's actually in a better position out of everybody, because he didn't have to spend money on his future wife. She's really proactively standing up for their relationship in front of so many strangers on the internet. So he saved money. He's getting validation. Like, sure, she's probably embarrassed online, but like, once again, he didn't care the first time, because she was already like, this is what my husband demands for me to. I'm like, I don't know. It's fascinating. It is fascinating. But these are my thoughts on the most recent TikTok drama. Now, if you have any thoughts on this most recent TikTok drama, please type them in the not type them in the description. That's crazy. Type them in the comment section, and let's make better decisions, guys. Let's make better decisions. Sometimes love is not enough. Sometimes the idea of someone's money is not enough. Let's just make better decisions. That is all for now. Stay safe out there.